Rollga has these 3 grooves, and we're gonna use that to our advantage. So we're gonna start foam rolling with our calves. That way we can start pushing blood flow upward. We're gonna start at the base of our calf right around here, which is a really good, a really important postural muscle and keeps us kind of balanced when we're standing. So we're gonna start one leg in the middle and cross over the other one. You're gonna roll yourself, just kind of ease yourself back and forth, 1 or 2 inches, and you don't have to roll the whole leg out. If you need a little bit more pressure, you can unweight yourself a little bit, and then you'll be able to dig in a little bit more. When you're going through that, be mindful of where your hands and your shoulders are positioned so you don't overstress the upper body when you're trying to relax. As you're going through this, just feel where there's any tension, and if there's a spot where you need to spend more time, do it. Like for me, I usually get tight on this inner spot in my calf, so I'll spend a little bit more time there to then release a little bit of tension. Work gently, work your way up higher and higher into your calf. Again, you can rotate your legs in and out, and we're gonna go through this all together for our whole body. So if you need to, you can pause the video, continue to go through your calves. Otherwise, I'm gonna switch sides and do the same thing. Starting at the base of your calf, you're gonna gently work your way up. So as we're going through this, you're gonna work from your calves. We're gonna go all the way up through to your hamstrings, because the hamstrings are actually great to get with the Rollga. It's a feeling you don't get with any other foam roller. So once you've dug through some of those tender spots, we're gonna bring the roller back underneath your hamstrings, back of your thighs. You're gonna lift yourself up so your weight is there. What we can do here is rotate your legs in and out to find the more tender spots. That way the grooves are digging in where the muscle is the most tender. You can use this outside edge to find the thickest part, and you'll be able to find and dig a little bit deeper. So you can put one leg out to the side and allow yourself to focus on one leg at a time. Again, rotate your leg in and out, finding all the tender spots on that back side of the leg. And then if you go all the way in, you'll start to feel what's called your adductors, one of your inner hamstring muscles, and some adductors right here. Those tend to be really tender. So take your time and really reach through nice and slow. And we'll get that other leg too. Remember, at any time you can pause the video and go through this all by yourself. So once you're done that hamstring, we're gonna bring that foam roller back right underneath your butt cheek. We're gonna try to center your sacrum, your tailbone, right in this middle groove here, and sit right in the middle. From here, I can feel the foam roller right on the sides of my tailbone into my glute muscles, and I'm gonna tilt my hips to the side to then allow that roller to dig in around the hip. We wanna focus on the medius part of your glutes and not dig into the hip bone itself. So you can hit both those sides. And this outside roller, you can get that for the thicker part of your glutes and the outer part as well. So we want to, if you feel your hip bone, it goes into like this shape. So we want to dig into all the muscles that are around there, because we're usually tender, the most tender around attachment points. So you want to dig in around there and the whole glute. And then we'll dig into the other side. And again, if you need to spend more time here, just pause and keep going. From here, we're gonna flip over and do the front side of our legs before we hit our upper body. So flip on over. You have the option to do your shins. So right out here on the outside of your shin, you have what's called your anterior tibialis. This muscle is really important for flexing up your foot, so that gets a lot of use when we're walking and running. So we're gonna put both of our shin bones right in the middle of the Rollga here, and we're just gonna be kneeling and rolling. So what I tend to do is put a little bit of pressure using my head, my mind, like to activate those muscles, put outward pressure into the roller. So the most tender spots for me are right below the knee, where the muscle feels the thickest. So I'll spend a little bit of extra time there, but you can get all the way up and down the shins here. And be nice and gentle as you're rolling through. We don't want it to be a 10 out of 10, not even a 9, probably a 7 or less. Amount of tension or not pain, but you want to feel it, okay, but nothing too significant. From there, we're going to come down and we're going to get your thighs on the roller. Come down to your forearms for this. Make sure we're not letting our lower body sag. You want your quads to be forcefully pressing down, and you're going to gently just roll yourself backwards and forwards on the roller. Have some fun with it and pull yourself around. From here, like we did before when we were upright, you can twist your legs to get the inner quad muscle of one leg and the outer quad muscle of the other side. And then you can flip and do the other side. And just kind of be fluid throughout this whole thing. Once you learn how to roll your whole entire body, you'll be able to do this pretty quickly. If you're feeling really sore, you can spend more time. If not, you can spend 2 to 3 minutes just rolling up the whole body just to get some things woken up. Awesome, there goes our quads. So from here, we're gonna take the roller to our lower back. So your spine bones, your vertebrae are right in the middle crack of the roller. And from here, we're gonna make sure we're not applying downward pressure. You wanna be up a little bit, feel your belly engaged. Pick up your butt a little bit and roll. So I tend to put my hands down to support myself so I'm not applying too much pressure. We wanna be really, really gentle around these muscles here. So don't dig too much. We don't wanna bruise ourselves, and also applying too much pressure can, I don't know, it's just not good, all right? From here, this is the good stuff though. We're gonna roll up, so the shoulder, the middle crevices, like the middle lumps, are right on the outsides of your vertebrae, right in between your shoulder blades. So this is the good one. So you're gonna squeeze your head between your elbows, pick up your butt, and we're gonna roll through that mid-upper back. Enjoy that feeling there. You can go a little bit lower if you need to. But we're going up and down the spine. And from here, we're gonna get into your armpits, which is probably the hardest one, most painful. We're gonna go over to the side and we're gonna dig out a little bit of here. So this is your lat, your teres major, all these muscles that surround your shoulder blade. Your lats are one of the biggest muscles on your body. They control a lot of your movement, and then so does all the muscles that are on top of your shoulder blade. Those get really used, especially because of our posture. They're really important. So we're gonna make sure we get both sides of that, and you're gonna dig in. Don't be too quick. If it's uncomfortable and feels like an area that needs it, spend your time on it. Don't shy away from it. Get through there and go all the way through and around. And if you want to, you can tuck your chin and get the base of your neck. That feels so good. And that there is foam rolling using your Rollga. So go through that a couple times with me if you need to, but you have it. We're working ourselves all the way from our calves all the way up to our neck, hopefully feeling really good.